Soft is the breeze that can set a petal free.
This place is amazing.
This one says you can summon a demon to do your homework. Interesting.
It's so difficult to find the balance between pleasure and pain.
Just sitting back and communing with nature is definitely my favorite way to relax.
Let's have a camping night at the Eorzea.
And at last I see the light, and it's like the sky is new.
This is a really lovely shot, Esme. I love how you matched your outfit color to the trees in the background to contrast the rocky backdrop. My shot is pretty strong too, so I hope the remainder of Team and Bess can be in the top 3 together.
As a former team member for Gangly, I've really been rooting for her. I know that she's had a rough past couple weeks with the judging, but this scenic shot is pretty unique. It's almost kind of like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz when she gets to the Emerald City, and I really find the colors really bright and impactful, and the camera perspective is pretty interesting, being with the path on the flat on the ground. So hopefully she has a better week this week.
The judges and I have made some decisions. Will the following models please step forward? Esme, Lilith, Turini, Gangly, Maxwell, and Lady Momi. You all represent the models with the strongest or weakest photos of the week. Nini Feepsy, you are safe. Let the judging commence.
My favorite place in the game is the Plum Springs in Eorzea. Dressed in the delicate robes of this owl dye, I matched the hue of the blossoms as I danced among the floating petals.
Esmeralda looks so serene and elegant here, and I can definitely get the carefree vibe from her in the way that she did her pose. I like that her outfit definitely matches the trees in the background. This was a really nice picture.
The color coordination and framing here are just perfect. What an awesome use of the freestyle category.
Really beautiful use of color, and the tagline is so poetic. It has that special something, whatever that is.
Great job matching your outfit with the color of the trees in the scene. The lighting and contrast here is really what makes the image for me. The rock in the bottom of the scene is the biggest negative though. I think if you angled your camera just slightly upwards, you could have removed some of that empty space and got more of the tree and the sky at the top of the image in frame, and that would have been a much more interesting shot.
I never took the chance to appreciate the inside of the coils until recently, but I knew I wanted to pose in one of them for this scenic shot.
I thought it was a really cool choice of scenery. You get a feeling of vastness here. It's bright, clean, and professional, but there is not a lot going on in the image itself, and it's not really clear why the model is there. It doesn't necessarily tell a story.
I think what's going against this image is just that there's nothing really that draws your eye other than the character itself.
I can definitely get the idea that Gangly is in awe of this place. It really shows. However, in my opinion, the background isn't something that actually screams out like amazing to me. If I were her, I would have definitely tried a different elegant area, perhaps the arena in turn 9.
Gangly, the colors of this shot are gorgeous. The right side has so many layers. I like that you chose a light color to stand out, but the outfit choice doesn't work for me personally in this shot. From your emote, I feel like you're lost, but you're in adventurer's gear, and adventurers aren't supposed to be afraid to explore the unknown. Lastly, when I noticed you were wearing heels, all I could think about was the scene in Jurassic World where the girl ran from the T-Rex in heels. Adventuring in heels just feel dangerous to me.
I chose this area because I really like Charlotte architecture. I think it looks elegant and mystical.
The angle this was shot at really amplifies and puts a focus on how grand this location really is. In their glamours and hairstyles, the color they chose for those just provide a really nice contrast to this image.
This was one of my favorites this round. Everybody knows we used to do speedruns of this place, and I don't think many of us took the time to really appreciate the scale of this dungeon. and you've captured it here marvelously. Your focused expression while starting your tomes really brings the scene together. If I had to nitpick this shot, I'd say place a light source in front of your character just to brighten them up a little bit.
You chose a breathtaking location that does a lot of the lighting work for you. Smart. You framed it well, showing off the massive scope of the place, yet you positioned yourself well enough as to not get lost in it. On the contrary, you fit right in. I'm just left wondering if the extra was truly necessary here. Because of her animated pose, you do compete for the viewer's attention.
Lady Momi, the depth in this shot, both front to back and top to bottom, is amazing. Not only is this a great scenic shot, it's literally a scene. The story being told here is amazing. You finally found it. The book you've been searching all these shelves for. But it's entranced you. Your assistant is begging you to put it down. When does the sequel to this shot come out?
For the scenic freestyle round, I literally just started randomly perusing Eorzea, particularly in the new Stormblood areas, until I found a location that looked cool and got my glamour together and took a shot.
The colors in this image are fantastic. The only issue I have here is that as great as her glamour is, it doesn't really fit the backdrop we've got going here. The horns I can appreciate because the two smaller ones in front almost mimic the twin peaks of the volcano in the background. I just think a more elemental, primal type glamour would have been more fitting here.
Choosing the volcano area with the lightning flashing in the background was a really good idea. Also, I like that her outfit definitely matched the foreboding feeling that I get from this background. However, her pose and her expression throw everything off.
So here's another example of how bad lighting can really ruin a shot. This scene is just simply too dark. While the lightning and the volcano in the background creates drama in the scene, there just simply isn't enough light and all the details of the scene are washed out. Also, your character is facing away from the camera, which just makes you look disinterested and lacking emotion.
This is another example of a composition lacking cohesion. The volcano is cool, but the entire bottom right is blank, uninteresting water. There's a cool lightning happening, but you're blocking it. Why are you wearing these clothes, and why are you dancing in this location? TV Tropes tells me the rule of cool could be applied here, but it lacks too much in execution to make up with style only.
I really like the fireflies in the background of this shot, and I really enjoy the butterfly on my shoulder that I think really adds to that serenity, that overall attitude that I wanted to convey.
The picture of serenity. This is a great example of embracing the theme while also showing off the character. It's simple, but the fireflies in the valley below, along with Morpho on his shoulder, give it a sense of cohesion and magic.
Maxwell definitely looks really relaxed here. I love his expression. I also really love the fireflies floating over the river. That was really pretty. The only thing that I find wrong with this is the minion seems to clip through his outfit, so it looks a little bit off.
This image really does everything that it's trying to do. Everything from the glamour to the morpho to the framing of the shot, it all just really exudes nature.
This is a really tranquil shot, and overall you coordinate well with your surroundings, and the minion is a nice touch. However, I think this location would have been served better if you experimented a little bit more with angles. You have a very ugly patch of grass under you, so minimizing that would have helped a lot.
I wanted to go with a beautiful place that I didn't think many people would have taken the time to truly appreciate, and I found a lovely spot in Som Al at dawn, and I'm very happy.
So this shot really made me feel relaxed. The contrast of the warm and cool colors is nice, and also the lighting on your character makes you stand out. I feel like there's just not enough interesting elements though to make this a really great shot. I'm wondering what the scene could have been if you had just waited a bit longer for the stars to come out.
I thought this was a gorgeous shot of the sky, but one of the challenges of this round is showing off scenery while also modeling your character. And perhaps it's the angle on her face or the expression or something there that makes her seem a little bit uninvolved and takes away from the viewer's investment in the photo.
Personally, I don't really find this shot lacking in anything. By itself, it is a pretty shot. but in context of the competition, most other shots this round were very creative in their settings and execution, so in that context, this lacks something.
Tarini, I love profile shots, and the background is great because it leads my eyes from left to right straight to you. Unfortunately, I feel like it just lacks a little oomph to bring it out of the crowd. The story is a little too broad as well, like are you reflecting on something, looking out at something, or just taking a break from adventuring? It isn't a weak shot at all, it's just a nice shot.
Time for the results. The model with the highest score this week is Esme.
One step closer to victory.
Congratulations, you've won immunity in the next round. Lady Momi, Maxwell, you are both safe. Gangly, Lilith, Tarini, you are the bottom 3 this week, and only 2 of you can move on to the next round. Gangly, if this is your 3rd time in the bottom 2, you will be automatically eliminated. Last week, the judges and I asked you to wake up and prove to everyone why you are here. But again, you found yourself at the bottom. Maybe you just need 1 more week to wake up. Lilith, you were safe and middle of the pack for quite some time. And you've shot to 2nd place twice so far. But after seeing this week's and last week's shot, the judges and I have to wonder if those high placements were just happy accidents. Tarini, another safe model with a win and 2nd place under her belt. Though this is your first time officially in the bottom, your previous win did save you from the bottom 2 before. The judges and I can't help but wonder if this is becoming a downward trend for you, or if it's just a speed bump in your journey. So, the model going home this week is Gangly. Lilith, Tarini, you are still in the running to becoming Eorzea's next top model.
How uninspiring.
Good luck. Gangly, thank you so much for competing. Seeing you come back this cycle and own the first 4 rounds was one of the best comebacks ever seen in ENTM history. You've improved so much in the 2 years between cycle 2 and 3, and I'm so proud of you. Getting to hear more of your voice work this cycle was a blast as well. Please do not give up hope. Just because you're out does not mean it's over. Good luck in the Eliminated Models head-to-head competition and the fan bring-back vote. Until we meet again, take care.
My dream of becoming Eorzea's next top model. So close yet so far. I tried my best, but my time is up. Keep slaying, you guys. I want to see who wins.